Good morning, children. Hope you all are ready for the next class of the lesson, The Adventure, which we have already started 2 days back. And in that, we have seen that how our main character, Gangadhar Pant, who is a professor of history, he tried to search out the reason, the changes which now we are seeing when it started and how it started. And while searching, he reached till he read 5 volumes, and then we reached till Battle of Panipat. Now proceeding ahead. I am reading out lines. For political reasons, the Peshwas kept the puppet Mughal regime along in Delhi. In the 19th century, these de facto rulers from Pune were astute enough to recognize the importance of the technological age dawning in Europe. They set up their own centers for science and technology. Here, the East India Company saw another opportunity to extend its influence. It offered aid and experts. They were accepted only to make the local centers self sufficient. So, here this all political issues are going on. Peshwas are there, Mughals are there, and these in between this East India Company, they adopted the technical or technological age and started using that technology. They started developing the centers in India also. So you can imagine, children, when new things arrives, we used to pay attention towards them. So now what's going to happen? Let's see. The 20th century brought about further changes inspired by the West. India moved towards a democracy. By then, the Peshwas had lost their enterprise and they were gradually replaced by democratically elected bodies. The Sultanate at Delhi survived even this transaction, largely because it wielded no real influence. The Shahanshah of Delhi was no more than a figurehead to rubber stamp the recommendations made by the central parliament. This paragraph shows that how all these Peshwas, Mughal dynasty, they all reduced and the East India Company flourished and how they grabbed on them. So in this paragraph we understood that now who is in power now? The East India Company, the Britishers. And India is also proceeding towards democracy. That means now the Indians, they understood that we are now in the grip of foreign rulers, so we must get out of this, isn't it, children? So the democracy also started. This one till here Gangadhar Pant read. Now what? As he read on, Gangadhar Pant began to appreciate the India he had seen. It was a country that had not been subjected to slavery for the white man. It had learned to stand on its feet and knew what self respect was. From a position of strength and for purely commercial reason, it had allowed the British to retain. Here, Indians understood. He loved Indians. Why? Because we all are, uh, means we are independent of our thought and we never bowed our head against these Britishers. Isn't it, children? We know how our forefathers they fought against these Britishers, and now whatever privileges, whatever facilities, whatever we are enjoying, that are the gift from our forefathers only, isn't it, children? So Gangadhar Pant, he is appreciating the Indians. Bombay as the sole outpost on the subcontinent that leads here. Bombay, as we know, children, it's a business capital, finance capital. So it is the only sole outpost, means only one military post on that subcontinent. What is the subcontinent? It's India only. From here, little changes. That lease was to expire in the year 2001 according to a treaty of 1908. Gangadhar Pant could not help comparing the country he knew with what he was witnessing around him. But at the same time, he felt that his investigations were incomplete. How did the Marathas win the battle? To find the answer, he must look for accounts of the battle itself. He went through the books and journals before him. At last, among the books, he found one that gave him the clue. It was Bhau Sahabanchi Bakar. Children, this word, this line is very important. That is Bhau Sahevanchi Bakar. I have underlined also. Take care of that one. Once again, going back to the history books, Gangadhar Pant wanted to know how the Marathas win the battle. So he got one clue in this Bhau Sahebanchi Bakar. Although he seldom, now what is this that I will tell you? Although he seldom relied on the Bakars for historical evidence, he found them entertaining to read, sometimes buried in the graphic but decorated accounts. He could spot the germ of truth. He found one now in a three-line account of how close Vishwasrao had come to being killed. In this, actually, Bakar, the explanation of the Maratha kingdom is given, and what had happened, that everything has been picturized or written. Okay, now these are some lines which he read, and then Vishwas, or these few, this small letter are seeing that the last paragraph. These are the lines from that Bakar only. And then Vishwasrao guided his horse to the melee where the elite troops were fighting, and he attacked them, and God was merciful. A shot brushed past his ear, even the difference of a till that means seed would have led to his death. That means the scene of a fighting, that how Vishwasrao was saved from an attack. Okay. At 8 o'clock, now children, here the reading was over. Now coming back to the scenery where Gangadhar Pant is sitting in the library and reading all these books. Now again back to that point, that while reading, what happened? At 8 o'clock, that means night, okay, from since morning he is reading the books. Then 8 o'clock night, the librarian politely reminded the professor that the library was closing for the day. Gangadhar Pant emerged from his thoughts, looking around to notice that he was the only reader left in that magnificent hall. I beg your pardon, sir. May I request you to keep these books here for my use tomorrow morning? By the way, when do you open? At 8 o'clock. That means morning 8 to night 8. The librarian smiled. Here was a user and researcher right after his heart. As the professor left the table, he shoved some notes into his right pocket. Absently minded, he also shoved the Bakar into his left pocket. Children, these few lines which I read now, it's very, very important. What happened when that librarian reminded him that it's now the time to close the library? But this Gangadhar Pant asked that at what time next day it's going to open. He or she, don't know, the librarian informed that it's 8 o'clock morning itself. Then Gangadhar Pant absently, he was thinking, no, whatever he has come to find out. By thinking, he made one note also. Okay, children, while when we go through some books, some are having the habit to go through it. And he made few notes, and he kept that notes in which pocket, children? Right side. And absently he put that Bakar in which that all the theories are given of Maratha rulers story. That one also he had put where? In the left pocket. Okay, that means both the pockets are having some notes and one book. After that, see children, one line is given. That means something, means the story changing. Okay, he found a guest house to stay in and had, that means he came directly from the station to library, and then he searched one guest room to stay in and had a frugal meal. That means very simple meal. He then set out for a stroll towards the Azad Maidan. See where he has gone? Azad Maidan. Okay, it's very big Maidan, very big ground. It's very famous. If you would have heard in the news, it's coming, children, Azad Maidan. In the Maidan, he found a throng moving towards a pandal. See, another name of crowd, that is throng. So a lecture was lecture was to take place, that generally children, Azad Maidan is used for giving lectures. Politicians are coming, means that's a very big where a crowd can come. So where what is there arranged now? One lecture is arranged. For a habit took Professor Gaitonde towards the pandal. The lecture was in progress, although people kept coming and going, but Professor Gaitonde was not looking at the audience. He was standing at the platform. He also goes and he also attended that lecture. But what he found, children, audience are there. But on the platform, it's written that he is looking towards the platform. Actually, what happened, that one, he was mesmerized, means surprised. There was a table and a chair, but the latter was unoccupied. That means that chair table is there, but there is no one. Whether anytime you have seen children that something is going on and the stage is empty? No. So he was too much surprised that table chair is there. That means main person, one chairman should be there, one chairperson should be there, but he or she was not there. So he was so much mesmerized. He was shocked. The presidential chair unoccupied, the sight stirred him to the depths. Like a piece of iron attracted to a magnet, he swiftly moved towards the chair. He went there, okay, children, and what happened then? The speaker stopped in mid sentence, too shocked to continue, but the audience soon found voice. Vacate the chair. This lecture series has no chairperson. Away from the platform, mister. The chair is symbolic, don't you know? Actually, that chair, that lecture doesn't need any chairperson. That's why they have kept on unoccupied. But Gangadhar Pant, he went and he sat down in that chair. So the audience, those who are sitting over there, they started saying, "Why you are sitting? Please vacate it. Leave the chair." Like that, all started shouting. But this one, as he is a professor, means he is a teacher. What he did, children, see in the next lines. What nonsense! Who ever heard of a public lecture without a presiding dignitary? Professor Gaitonde went to the mic and gave vent to his views. Ladies and gentlemen, an unchaired lecture is like Shakespeare's Hamlet without the Prince of Denmark, let me tell you. But the audience was in no mood to listen. Tell us nothing. We are sick of remarks from the chair, of vote of thanks, of long introductions. That means a chairperson, what's the need of chairperson? What's the use? Only giving introduction and vote of thanks. That's why they said we doesn't need any chairperson. We are bored of this one. We only want to listen to the speaker. So audience require only the speakers. But this Gangadhar Pant, being he is also giving lectures, so he used to become the chairperson, that we can understand, chairman or president. So he was in his own mood, but audience was in his. Now next moment, see what happened with him. We only want to listen to the speaker. We abolished the old customs long ago. Keep the platform empty, please. But Gangadhar Pant had the experience of speaking at 999 meetings and had faced the Pune audience at its most hostile. He kept on talking. So before this also he has faced the crowd like this. That's why he is having the habit. Already he has attended, say, 999 meetings. He soon became a target for a shower of tomatoes, eggs, and other objects. But he kept on trying valiantly to correct this sacrilege. Finally, the audience swarmed to the stage to eject him bodily. And in the crowd, Gangadhar Pant was nowhere to be seen. So the audience, he did not, means they did not allow Gangadhar Pant to say anything. This is all I have to tell, Rajendra. Here the scene totally changed, okay? Till now where we are? We are in Mumbai. But now what happened, children? We are seeing the dialogue that is all I have to tell, Rajendra. All I know is that I was found in the Azad Maidan in the morning, but I was back in the world I am familiar with. That means next morning I was found in the Azad Maidan, but immediately I found myself to my place. That means from where he came, that place he reached. How, children, how? It's very, very amazing. Now, where exactly did I spend these 2 days when I was absent from here? Rajendra was dumbfounded by the narrative. It took him while to reply. Professor, before just prior to you collision with the truck, what were you doing? Rajendra asked. So here, children, Rajendra, the friend of Gangadhar Pant, sorry children, Gangadhar Pant was asking his friend that I went to Bombay, then these 2 days where I was, because he was not conscious, no? So what happened to me? Then his friend says that, dear, you met with an accident with the truck, that's why you are in hospital. I was thinking of the catastrophic theory and its implication for history. Children, here catastrophic theory means it is related to science. In next lines you will be seeing. You might have read about the electrons when it excites, it reaches to one level, and then when it excites goes due to some reason, then again it comes back. Means the level of the state is changing. Okay, that is called catastrophic. For example, uh, for example, suppose balloon. You take one balloon and fill it with the air and leave it. It will go up. Then when the air go comes out, it comes back. That means because of some excitement, because of some reason, we change our state, and again when it is over, we come back. That is the catastrophic theory. Okay. Right, I thought so, Rajendra smiled. Don't smile smugly. In case you think that it was just my mind playing tricks and my imagination running amok, look at this. And triumphantly, Professor Gaitonde produced his vital place of evidence, a page torn out of a book. See, children, if suppose he did not go to Mumbai, then from where that page has come, isn't it? Rajendra read the text on the printed page and his face underwent a change. Gone was the smile, and in its place came a grave expression. He was visibly moved. Gangadhar Pant pressed home his advantage. I had inadvertently slipped the bakar in my pocket as I left the library. I discovered my error when I was paying for my meal. I had intended to return it the next morning, but it seemed that in the melee of Azad Maidan the book was lost. Only this torn off page remained, and luckily for me, the page contains vital evidence. Rajendra again read the page. It described how Vishwas Rao narrowly missed the bullet, and how that event taken as an omen by the Maratha army turned the tide in their favor. Now look at this. Gangadhar Pant produced his own copy of Bhav Sahib Ji Bakhar, opened at the relevant page. The account ran this. So here it's a difficult situation, children, that without going to a place, how that thing comes, isn't it? Now let's move forward. That same line, Professor Gaitonde, third paragraph, children, I'm reading. Professor Gaitonde, you have given me food for thought until I saw this material evidence. I had simply put your experience down to fantasy, but fact can be stranger that fantasies, as I am beginning to realize. Facts? What are the facts? I am dying to know, Professor Gaitonde said. Children, here I want to stop because from this, after that line, it's very important. So I want to stop here. Till now, what we understood that Professor went to Bombay, he took some notes, and then in Azad Maidan he faced one crowd, and from there he found himself in his home, and he was speaking to Rajendra. And according to Rajendra, Professor did not go anywhere. If it is like that, then how that notes which he read in the library came in his pocket? That's the question in front of Rajendra also, in front of the professor also, and in front of us also. Next class we'll see this one. Hope you have understood. Thank you very much, children. Keep well.